In this video, we will look at how to write simple SQL queries in MySQL to access the data in our sample database. First, let's select the right database. I have pre-created a database called sample. Let's switch to it. You can switch to a database using the use command. To see all the tables in the current schema, use the command show tables. In this database, there is a table named customers. We will be using this table for the subsequent examples. Generally, a SQL query looks like this. Select columns from table where condition. We will go through a few examples and look at how the statement works. A simple select statement goes like this. Select asterisk from customers. The asterisk character means all columns. As there is no condition attached to this query, it pulls all data and all columns from the customers table. You might want to return only one or a few columns from the table. In such case, you could specify the column names instead of using the asterisk. For example, select cust ID, cust name, cust address from customers. You might want to give the columns better names. You can do so with alias. Let's rewrite the previous query to select cust ID as customer ID, cust name as customer name, cust address as customer address, from customers. Getting all rows from a table may not be a good idea as too much data could take up too much resources. You might want to return only certain rows based on certain conditions. To do so, you could apply the where clause. For instance, select cust ID, cust name, cust address from customers where cust ID less than 3. The above returns all the rows and columns where cust ID is less than 3. Note that you could use other comparison operators in the where clause, such as equal, not equal, less than or equal to, greater than, and greater than or equal to. The where clause works on other statements like insert, update, and delete. We will cover these statements in other videos. You can reorder the data using the order by clause. For instance, select cust ID, cust name, cust address from customers order by cust name. As you can see, the rows are now ordered based on customer name in ascending order. MySQL returns rows in ascending order by default. However, you could switch to descending using the DESC keyword. Your query now becomes select cust ID, cust name, cust address from customers order by cust name DESC. Next, we will look at the use of and, or, and not operators. These function very much like the logical operators in other programming languages like Java and C#. Now, let's rewrite the previous query to have two conditions. First, to return rows where customer ID equals 1. Second, customer name equals Zach Harrington. The new query becomes select asterisk from customers where cust ID equals 1 and cust name equals Zach Harrington. This returns the first row from the table. Now, let's rewrite one of the conditions to return the row with customer name equals K. Smith. This returns nothing because customer ID 1 is not K. Smith, and vice versa. To return both customer ID 1 and K. Smith, change the operator from AND to OR. Essentially, with the AND operator, both logical expressions must be met. On the other hand, with the OR operator, only one logical expression needs to be satisfied. You can add a not in front of a logical expression to exclude everything that meets the logical expression. Now, let's add a not in the second condition, and change the OR operator back to AND. This returns the first row because the second condition got negated. Next, let's look at the between operator. The between operator returns the rows where a value falls within a given range. For instance, let's get all the rows with the cust ID between 1 and 5. The query goes like this. Select asterisk from customers where cust ID between 1 and 5. The example query compares two integer values. However, the between operator can be used to compare pretty much all kinds of value. Yes, you can even compare dates with it. Next, let's look at the like operator. With like, you could search for values that match a specified pattern. Two wildcards can be used to build match patterns. Percentage and underscore. Percentage is used to reflect 0, 1 or multiple characters. Underscore is used to represent exactly one character. For example, let's retrieve all rows where the customer address has the word avenue in it. The query goes like this. Select asterisk from customers where cust address like %avenue %. Next, the in operator. This works like the OR operator. With this operator, anything inside the in bracket is retrieved. For instance, get all rows where customer ID is either 2, 3 or 4. The query goes like this. Select asterisk from customers where cust ID in 2, 3, 4. Note that it works for characters too. Last but not least, the is null operator. For example, let's get all rows where customer phone is null. The query goes like this. Select asterisk from customers where cust phone is null. You could achieve the opposite by using the is not null operator. The query now goes like this. Select asterisk from customers where cust phone is not null. Thank you for watching.